Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is just going to be a little quick one. I wanted to give you guys some tips, pretty much how to not get scammed. Etsy's become really bad for this recently. Every time I want to find a crochet pattern to buy, I always run into these. They are flooding the market right now. And I wanted to give you guys some tips on how to spot these patterns before you buy them, and end up being disappointed because, you know, the pattern may look great in the photos and then you go to make it and it's just a circle with no detail at all. I've compiled a few images on what to look for and some shops that pop up more than once on my Etsy. I know there's probably more than this out there. There's definitely more than this out there. But these are the ones that I see more frequently. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is just how to spot these straight off the bat, really. So most AI crochet patterns, when you zoom into it, the stitches don't look like stitches. Now if you're a brand new beginner crocheter, then you're more than likely gonna fall for the really obviously AI generated ones because you're not used to what the stitches look like in different patterns and things like that. So when you zoom into the pattern, they don't connect with each other. Like, all the little circles merge together. There's no real flow of what a crochet piece should look like. Now I'm going to be inserting a bunch of photos and zooming in and showing you what I mean as I'm talking, so you know what I'm saying. Now, some of these are really blatantly obvious that they're AI, and it's so heartbreaking to see the reviews being like, this is a scam shop, this pattern's not how it turned out, because it's like, I can't believe people are doing this. Genuinely, like, how desperate can you be to sell a fake pattern and get money off innocent people? I know I'm making it sound like it's the end of the world, and it's really not, but at the same time, that's like £5 for they could have spent on a genuine pattern, a better pattern. But yeah, so that is the main defining factor of these, is how the stitches look. They are smooth, they are merged together, they're different sizes in different areas. So normally when you have a crochet piece, you use the same tension all the way through, and unless you're using a different type of yarn, the stitches are of the same length, width, you know. So when you have something that the head is the one size, and then, like, I don't know how to explain it, I haven't got a photo in front of me. When you've got the head one size and then say the nose like half the size, half the stitches I'm on about, not just the piece in general, when the stitches are half the size. There is one shop in particular where I saw this and I read the reviews, and there was quite a few reviews and they were all bad, literally every single one. I think they have like a 1.5 star rating on their shop, and it's called Digital by Sev. Now just be aware of this shop if you are looking to buy crochet patterns. Make sure you're reading the reviews. If anything doesn't look, if it looks too good to be true, make sure you're checking the reviews. And if they don't have any reviews at all, that's suspicious. If they have hundreds and hundreds of patterns and no reviews at all, that is suspicious, because Etsy pushes your items out to more people than a normal website would. So to not have any sales at all, to like spam upload content, obviously if you're doing like digital journals and things like that, then obviously that's different. But with crochet patterns take a lot of time to put together and to test and to make, so having hundreds and hundreds is yeah, it's suspicious. If they have a background in the photo, normally 9 times out of 10 it's blurry, or if there's hands in the photo. The one with this fox here, if you look at it closely, the hands don't line up properly, or it's like an awkward position. They kind of like, it's like this. It's a bit, yeah. Hands are the one thing that really make AI stick out, and they've probably got better over the past years or so, but that is the one defining feature of AI, is always look at the hands, if there is any. If it's just a plain white background, make sure you're looking at the stitches, make sure you're zooming into the pictures. Everything looks a little bit too smooth, like it wasn't handmade. Another thing that people have been doing, which I think is so strange, is they will get an AI crochet image, this one here, and they will make a pattern around it so it looks like the AI image, but still include the AI image in their listing as the main photo. Now that is false advertising. You are getting people to think they are purchasing this perfect AI generated product, and it's not that. That's not what you've created from the pattern that you've made. It bugs me because essentially you're selling people something that's not real, but because you've made a pattern around it and it looks similar to this image, you think that's okay? Is that just me? Is that, like, why is no one saying anything about this? I haven't seen this anywhere, but it's false advertising. If you're selling a crochet pattern, or if you're buying a crochet pattern, you need to have what you have made as the image. Nothing AI should be in your listing at all. Even if you've used it as a reference, it should not be included at all. So if you're buying a crochet pattern, this is what I mean when I say look at the reviews, because some of these are real patterns. They just have an AI image as their main image, which is wrong on so many levels. But if you come across one like that, make sure they have images of their own work in the listing as well, because if it's just AI, if they just have that one image that's AI and nothing else, it's more than likely going to be a scam. And it's frustrating. I scroll through Etsy and I'm like, oh, another one. They're everywhere. It's ridiculous. I was also scrolling through one of the Facebook groups, and there are a lot of people asking if certain patterns are AI or real, and if you are struggling whether it is or not, like if you can't tell properly, there are a lot of groups that can help you with that. A lot of the crochet groups are really handy to have with that sort of information, and they're more than happy to help. Like, everybody helps everybody, really. But yeah, if you need more information than this video, I would recommend joining one of these Facebook groups just for a little bit of backup. But yeah, definitely check the reviews. If it looks too good to be true, it is. And if it looks too smooth, too well done, the hands are bizarre, yeah, don't buy it. Don't risk it. As much as you might think, oh yeah, this looks a bit suspicious, but it looks like a good pattern, so I'm going to buy it anyway. I can guarantee somebody has made a pattern just as good or better than that, and you may as well spend an extra couple of pounds to give it to somebody who's actually real than to these scammers. A lot of them are becoming a lot more difficult for you to be able to tell that they are AI, like this cat here. But again, if you zoom in, you can tell that it's not real stitches. All the sizing's off. It just looks funny when you actually look at it. So I think these shops are just hoping people want a quick pattern and they see it, buy it, and then realise halfway through that when they're making it that it's not looking like what it's supposed to look like. So take your time with it. Because would you rather spend an extra couple of minutes looking at this pattern, making sure it's real, or spend £5 on something that isn't real. But yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to leave them down below. This is all I have for today. I only wanted to do it because there's been a lot of these in the groups that I'm in, and if anybody was unsure on what to look out for, then this is it. This is all I have to say. I think I'm probably missing something, so if you have any questions, leave them down below. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.